Welcome to the official catch-up. Today I've got Craig Richardson. How are you doing, Craig?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you dealing through all this coronavirus and whatnot?
It's tough. It is tough. Like I've been out on the bike and just trying to get out a few times a week because I'm not much of a runner. I can't stand running, so it's just been on the bike, just try to get 5-6 k in just as much as I can. Try to keep myself fit, but no doubt I'll be miles off it when I go back. But aye, it's hard.
Is it tougher on a keeper? Are you like I've had the likes of Fraser Morton on, obviously, and is there any set things that you've got specifically for a goalkeeper?
I'd say it's probably tougher because, like, with an outfield player, you can just go and kick a ball about and that. But with a goalie, you sort of need balls kicked at you and flying about and that. But you can't really do that yourself, so it's a bit harder. I haven't caught a ball in about 2 months now, so it's strange. Like, it will, when I'm going back, it'll be weird that I'll not know how to catch a ball.
I noticed you were on the bench against Rangers in one of the cup games. I saw that and I was really proud of you, mate. I've got to admit that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But, well, actually, obviously you don't know, I'm not longer at East Fife anymore. Just, it was down to luck. It was going really well at East Fife, obviously on the bench, as you said, like the gaffer, Tony, Lindsay, the goalie coach, they were all great with me. And then I started a new job after the day after the Rangers game, actually, and I'm travelling to and from Falkirk at the moment. So I was leaving the house at 7:30 and on training nights getting home at like 10 o'clock. So it was a bit difficult, and I just said to them, look, it's my college course with my apprenticeship, so that's my first year. Like, I've got to pass the college course, so I'm going to just focus on this. I need a wee break from football. So I just said that, right, I'll take a month out and then I'll just try and find something closer to home.
Well, sorry to hear that, mate. I did wonder, actually, because I noticed you hadn't been in the sort of team for a while, and then obviously I see sort of the development side. I don't know if you were
Yeah, I still
involved.
follow it.
But no, sorry to hear that, mate. Are you looking to play again next season when we can?
Well, I'm currently signed with Glenrothes, so I took a month out, sort of trained with a team closer to home. A few things behind the scenes weren't really, like, I wasn't too happy with. So Glenrothes were in touch with me throughout this time. Kev and Jono, they were great. And I just spoke to them. I said, look, I'll come up. I need to get playing again. I want to enjoy my football again, because I got injured at East Fife as well, and it was hard because you're travelling and that. Sometimes going up to training, you're not training and stuff. So it was difficult. I was out for about a month, and then went, trained, really enjoyed it. Signed there. Obviously, a few of the Kelty boys are up there as well, so getting the band back together, eh? So it's good up there. I really enjoy it, and we've got a car share from Dunfermline, so it's not tough travelling wise either.
That's excellent, mate. That's excellent. And obviously, one thing we always talk about is that Kelty Hearts team last season.
Yeah.
Fantastic, you guys. Always kind of gave you a bit of stick, because I remember you used to, moan that you weren't getting enough credit. But to be fair, there was a lot of games that you had pretty much nothing to do, mate.
Aye, to be fair, first half of the season it was tough for me because Michael was playing well, so
yeah,
I wasn't really getting a shot. And then, unfortunately for Michael, he got injured, and it gave me a chance to play. And I thought I came in, I done quite well, and I played the second half of the season, really enjoyed it. And then, obviously, we were unfortunate the way the season ended, because I thought we were a very good team and we should have finished stronger, personally.
Yeah, I remember that Spartans. As much as we give Kelty credit because we saw a lot of you guys last season, that Spartans team was really good as well, and we've seen a lot of the guys from that team progress into first team at Spartans, as well as other sort of Lowland, East of Scotland teams as well.
Yeah, I felt like us and Spartans, it was like everyone else, without being cocky, you know what I mean? Like, everyone else was on a sort of level, and then it was just, when you played Spartans, you knew, like, you'd stepped up a level.
Yeah, absolutely. And in terms of Glenrothes, mate, are you hoping to be there next season? Are you signed on, next season?
Originally, I've just signed till the end of the season just to get back, just playing and enjoying football. So obviously, my contract's up on June the 30th, so I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm hoping. As I said, I've really enjoyed it, so I'd like to stay on past that. But it's just see what's best for me at the end of the season. See if there's any offers, but if Glenrothes are happy to keep me, I'll be happy to stay.
Brilliant, Craig. And in terms of East Fife, I believe they held a trial. I remember retweeting it with a catch-up. Is that how you and Jordan got into East Fife? Did you just go to the trial and obviously perform quite well?
Well, actually, I was doing pre-season with Kelty. I was still there, and then it was just sort of out of the blue. I just got a phone call just asking if I wanted to go up for a chat. So I went up just for a chat, like speaking to the assistant manager, Tony, and he's like, telling me all about it. And he's like, aye, the gaffer's got you training, like, you got your gear with you? I'm like, no, I just got told I was coming up for a chat. I'm chucked in the first team changing room. I'm wearing the first team goalie's gloves that are 2 sizes too big for me, boots 2 sizes too big for me, somebody else's training kit, and all. I ended up playing the best training session of my life.
Brilliant, mate. That's good. And yeah, like, I wouldn't worry too much about it not working out. I think you're still as much as I used to sort of give you a wee bit of grief, I think you're a good young keeper. I'm not just saying that to you, pal. You've done really well. I'm hoping to see you next season, either at Glenrothes or some other team. Are you quite confident that you can sort of stick in, and if it doesn't work out, Glenrothes get another team?
Yeah, there was a few teams that I was sort of speaking to when I left East Fife, and at the time Glenrothes felt right, and they've been great with me since I went in. Obviously it's tougher going into men's football and that, but they've been great, so I'd expect Kevin Jono to want me to stay, because they sort of see me, we've got an older goalie and then there's me, so I'm sort of learning off him. So I think they kind of see the future as me being the younger goalie. So hopefully Glenrothes will continue on, but if not, I'm sure I'll find something.
Good, mate. Good. I just keep your head up, mate. That's what you do, and I know there's going to be a decision made later about what's going to happen. And you're a massive Dundee United fan. Are you hoping that you go up?
To be honest with you, right, it's not even promotion that I'm that bothered about. It's winning the league. Like, being a Dundee United fan, you don't see your team win the league that much. So that's what I was looking forward to. Going to Tannadice, full house, watch us lift the trophy, and now you're thinking, season might not get finished and we might just get chucked into the Premiership. If it wasn't a question of financial, I'd say, let's just stay in the Championship for another season, because we've got the squad, we'll win it again. But obviously there's financial implications and all that we've spent a bit of money, so I think we need to go up now.
Yeah, and I would be a wee bit disappointed. I don't know what's going to happen. The decision's not been made yet. I think the Premiership side of it's a bit later, but certainly the Championship, League 1 and League 2 are getting decided later today. So I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to just be a case of handing out, the final position money, and I'm not 100% sure about league titles. But it would be a bit of a shame for this, especially for likes of Dundee United, because they were doing so well, running away with it. I would be a bit hollow if they just got promoted with no title.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I've watched them all season, tried to get to as many games as possible, and then they just get told, right, that's yours, up you go. It'll be a bit of a sort of kick in the teeth, really. Obviously, you're getting promoted, but it's the feeling of winning the title that you want.
In terms of your apprenticeship, how's that going, mate? Are you have you had a lot of feedback in terms of what's happening at the moment? Obviously, since everyone's kind of off education and off work.
Yeah, so it's been quite quiet, because obviously it would be different if we were like day release at college, but they just sent us to college for the first year, and I think we finished up 3 weeks ago on Tuesday, 3 weeks on Tuesday, and it was literally, it's just do work for home and stuff, like get all your college work done, because it's quite a practical course we're doing, so we can't do any of that, so just to do all the theory stuff on the computer, and then just once we've completed that, then they'll get in touch with us about how they're going to award the qualifications and stuff. And then I'd hope that we'd get back to college just so we can all be together, get the qualification together, and then our boss comes in and tells us what we're doing. But I think at this moment, the way it's going, we're just going to get chucked into the work once it's all over.
Well, that's not too bad then. Like, it's a wee bit unfortunate for you, but at least hopefully you'll get a job out of it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the important thing, obviously. But yeah, it's all up in the air at the moment. What else are you doing to sort of keep yourself busy? Is there a lot you can do at home in terms of your apprenticeship? Is there any sort of theory attached to it?
Well, I've just been doing the stuff on the computer and sort of just bashed through all that. I've got the holiday this week, so I've just been chilling out, just taking the dogs out for walks and just playing my PS4. That's everything. Just honestly, it's a boring life at the moment.
Yeah, and how are you doing sort of mentally? I know a lot of guys, especially after the announcement that football is going to be off till June. I think it's devastating for some of the players. I think more than some guys would admit. Are you doing all right?
Obviously I was gutted to hear the announcement, but I think I'm doing all right. Like, I'm keeping sort of the same routine, just keeping a good sleeping pattern, trying to eat as much as I can within reason and stuff, so that I'm trying to just keep going the same as what I was when I was doing something. But it is tough because like you're only allowed out, well, supposed to go out once a day, and people will struggle with that. But no, personally, I'm doing all right. Aye.
Good, Craig. Good. It's good to hear that because I think, in a sense, I don't know if I'm right about this, but I think it affects the younger boys a wee bit more than some of the older guys that might be sort of used to it and have families and whatnot.
Aye, because I think it's more to do with the social media side of things, that you're only seeing everything on social media. You're not really getting that human interaction anymore, and that it's strange. Like, obviously we've grown up with it, but it is strange when you've not got it. Like, I've like not spoke to my pals in ages, and it's like, this is so weird. Like, we were on a video call last night for the first time in about 2 weeks just to get speaking to each other, because it is strange. Like, you go from seeing your pals every week to seeing them like never. It feels like it's not going to end.
Well, it will end eventually, mate. And I think it's as I mentioned, I think it is tougher on the younger guys because certainly, I think you're used to going out and seeing your pals and even just jumping on, as you say, like a few games of FIFA or something. And I think it's more difficult for the likes of your cellmate, and you've obviously got a wee bit of weight on your shoulders with the future of what's going to happen in terms of your work and everything. It's a difficult time for everyone, but it's good that you've got these things to sort of keep you going. And I would certainly suggest to keep speaking to your pals and that to get through the days.
That's what I'm trying to do. Just jump on the PlayStation with them for a couple of hours. Try and get, as much as they try and get me to stay on late, just try and get a decent sleep in me as well. Try and get decent food in me. Just get a bit of a walk during the day. Just try and keep doing stuff so that my mind's constantly occupied.
Yeah, and that's the best way. Routine's probably the best thing. Well, a good routine's obviously the best thing, but we're not sure obviously what's going to happen. Hopefully you'll be at Glenrothes next season, but are you looking forward to potentially playing some of the West of Scotland teams coming in, Craig?
It'll be different. I've been thinking about this, like seeing it happening though, but from the East perspective, I think it's going to be tough because you've got the big West teams, like you've got like Auchinleck, Kilwinning, Pollock, all the big teams. So I think you'll probably look at it being a bit West dominated, the promotion in the Lowland League for the first few years, because they're so strong through there. Like Auchinleck, they could probably play in the leagues right now. Kilwinning, we've seen they're a good side. So I think it will be sort of dominated by the West for the first few years of its start, really.
Yeah, and I think that's a worry for a lot of the East Junior or the former East Juniors like Bo'ness and Hillabeef, obviously wanting to get up into the Lowland League. It's a tough one, like, but I agree. There's a lot of quality West teams, and if they're coming into the pyramid, they're going to have the same ambition as the likes of what like Kelty have shown and Bonnie Rig Pros. It's definitely a tough one, and And I think, in fairness, during the old junior days, I think the West did have a spell of dominance over the East.
Aye, like you saw it with Auchinleck this season against Kelty. Like Kelty are top side, and Auchinleck went to their bit and put 3 past them. Like you don't do that unless you're a good team. So it will be tough for the East, I think.
Your future, Craig, are you wanting to go back into league football once everything's settled with work? Is that your aim to get back as high as possible?
But yeah, I'd love to. Like obviously, you've got to take it a season at a time, just because you never know what's going to happen in football. But I'd love to. I was really enjoying it. Like I said, I couldn't thank anyone at East Fife enough for how they were with me in just a short time. And it's a great club, and I'd love to go back at some point in my career as long as I keep progressing. And league football's a dream.
I watched the game. Obviously, unfortunately, never played, but like it was really great to see your name on the telly. Were the family and that excited a wee bit to see you?
It was really, really good, actually. I got a phone call on the Saturday morning just to say, like, look, you're on the bench. I'm sorting out some tickets for your family and that. So I managed to get 3 tickets from my family. And then, so I sort of just turned up myself, just took the car up myself, sort of put my tunes on, just got my head in it, turned up, and there's about 100 Rangers fans just standing outside the stadium about 2 hours before kick-off. I'm thinking, what is going on here? So I'm going into the stadium, walking through all these Rangers fans with my East Fife trackie on, get in, and then Stephen Gerrard's walking through, and you're like, geez, am I meant to be here? It's such a surreal feeling though. Like, I couldn't really take it all in, to be honest with you. It went so quick.
But it's good. It's good that you had that experience, and hopefully you'll have a lot more of them sort of experiences in your career, Craig. As I say, you're still a young guy. You've got a lot of time and stuff. I just, I think you made the right decision in terms of your future. Just in case sort of football doesn't work out, you need something to basically, a backup basically.
Yeah, I always said, like, when I first signed at East Fife, I knew that the job was coming. I'd already accepted it. So I just said, like, look, what comes first? And I sort of knew it as soon as I started the job. Like, I was like, this is going to be tough. And I let it play out a wee bit, and it was getting tough. Like, it was getting tough. And I just thought, look, I'll take this season, I'll take the sort of back stepping away, because I was training with the first team in that, and it was good for my development. Like, I thought I came on a lot, and then obviously I've had to sort of just stop that in a way. And I thought, look, I've got to take a month out. Like, you get to the point where when it's sort of that heavy, you sort of just stop enjoying it. And I thought, look, get this month, and then sort of try and get the bug back. And then, as I said, I went and training in Glenrothes. I absolutely loved it, and not really looked back since. What do you think should happen?
I think what I personally think is going to happen is that there'll be no promotion to League Two, but I don't know 100%. I've always thought null and void. If basically if the season can't get completed, which I don't think it is now, I think they have to null and void it, and it's disappointing, obviously, especially for yourself being a Dundee United fan. But I don't see how they can promote. Promotion's fine, but I don't see how they can relegate. It's more on the relegation side. I don't see how they can relegate teams based on the current standings, especially if there's only a few points between it.
In a way, it's different because you look at Brecon, and I think they have been quite poor this season, and obviously Kelty are not running away with it, but they've kind of shown to be the strongest team in the division over the season. And obviously there's a lot of hard work and money that's went into it, and I think they would have backed themselves to beat Brora, they would have backed themselves to beat Brecon, so it is a tough one for them.
Yeah, absolutely, and obviously, well, the likes of Dean's, he's put a lot of time and effort, and everyone involved in the club. It would be disappointing, but I think I've not really spoke to anyone at Kelty recently, to be fair, and I think they're quite confident that they might be in League Two. But then again, Barry Ferguson had an interview with Sky Sports yesterday, and he was basically saying restructure has to happen for the integrity of the pyramid. If he's coming out and saying things like that, then I do worry about the potential decision that might, be self-preservation, and we'll only have 42 teams again next season in league football.
Yeah, I think the restructuring thing I don't think it's going to happen. I just think the SFA they don't want change.
Yeah, and that's been an issue for quite a while, so that's what kind of puts me off the idea of Kelty and Bora going up. There's a lot of, let's face it, there's a lot of League Two teams especially that are quite fearful of what can come up in terms of the Lowland League, like Kelty, Bo'ness, certainly the Steny chairman, obviously, I don't know if you managed to see his sort of feeling on it. No relegation for the next 2 seasons and stuff like that, which is just mental and disrespectful to the likes of Kelty and a lot of teams in the Lowland League.
I will look at Cove, look at Edinburgh City. Like, they're the 2 recent teams to come up, and it's the top two in League Two right now. So I think they are fearful. Like, the Lowland League's a good standard, and I don't think League Two realise it.
Yeah, or certainly they're not willing to admit it anyway. But there's teams. I've always kind of said this, but there's teams, in League Two and potentially League One that just don't really have a lot of ambition. And then you look at all these sort of teams, east of Scotland, west of Scotland, now Lowland League, that are so ambitious. They want to be in league football, and there's teams in League Two that are quite happy not getting relegated and finishing mid-table every season.
It's the sort of league mentality, really. Like, all these clubs like Kelty, Bonnyrigg, they've come from junior where they sort of hit the roof. So they've come over from junior and they see this stepping stone for them, whereas the league clubs, majority of league clubs in League Two have been there. They're not bothered about promotion or relegation as long as they stay in, because it's massive money-wise.
Yeah, and the amount of money that goes into, well, we've seen the vast majority of teams obviously put funding in to get their licence, progression in terms of their facilities. Like Kelty, I'm not just saying that, but they have like one of the best best facilities, the best sort of grounds or and stuff like that in terms of non-league. But I think it could compete with a lot of what League Two have.
Yeah, like, obviously being up there last season, you see how good a setup it is. Like, and then you look at some of the League Two grounds. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I think yourself. Like, you look at some of the stadiums, and you're like, that it needs a bit of fresh air, really. Like, a bit of new blood in the league to spice it up.
Yeah, and obviously I'm quite near them, obviously, where I live, but one of my least favourite grounds, and it'll be interesting to see what happens, because I know, they've said different things, but Cowdenbeath compared to Kelty, yes. I'd rather go to New Central Park than Central Park every week. Like,
aye, the only positive with Cowdenbeath is you can just stay for the stock cars after, but no. Kelty's a phenomenal setup. Like, I love the setup up there. It was brilliant. Like, first team boys were fantastic with you. Gaffer was good with you. Dean was brilliant with us. Like, and obviously you've got the Astro. Like, that is the main attraction for sort of 20s boys. Like, rather than having to go and play on a school Astro on a Friday night, you play at the ground with 100, 150 people come to watch every week.
Yeah, and that was a good thing, obviously, because I remember going up to a lot of the under-20s games, and there always seemed to be a decent crowd, a decent following for the team. I'm not too sure how it is this season, because I've not really been up loads compared to last season, but it's good that you had that following, and as I mentioned before, you guys were a brilliant team to watch.
I think that was probably the case why there was such a following, because Fife's a small place, word gets around. Like, people will talk and people will come and watch, because that's what it takes, is one person to go, like, you need to come and watch these guys. And obviously that did happen, and the crowd sort of just got bigger and bigger as the season went on.
Yeah, and one thing I'll always personally remember is well, I was at the home game as well, but the away game against Hillabeef, where there was about 500 people in the cage, that was something else. That was a fantastic game. I remember, I think Liam Kelly had a free kick. He was
tremendous.
Immense. Like, it was a brilliant experience, and it must have been, was it a wee bit surreal for the younger lads, like having that sort of crowd behind you at Beef High?
To be fair, not really, because to Gibby, Togs, Lee, Crockett, to their credit, they were good at managing that. Like, they got our heads switched on the Thursday night at training. So we were switched on from the Thursday going into the Friday. So we sort of knew what to expect. And obviously having Lee there, who's used to that, like, you know exactly what you're in for when you go to a place like that as well. But they prepared us in the best possible way. And that's probably the reason that we're able to handle the pressure like that, because we went behind twice in that game and came back to win 3-2. So I think we showed that the pressure didn't really get to us.
Yeah, and it was one of those games, obviously. Well, I speak about it a fair bit. I've obviously spoke to some of the Hawes guys as well, but the rivalry between Kelty and Hillabeef for years, even we saw a wee bit in youth football, was just immense.
Yeah, like, as soon as we knew that Hillabeef was coming up to play, it was just a different atmosphere in training. Like, everyone was buzzing. Obviously, training would be buzzing anyway, because we were such a, like, unit. We're so close. But when we knew it was Hillabeef that week, then everyone would just be even more lifted than what we already were.
There's a few guys that I've no lost track of, basically, but I've not really been. When I first sort of started doing the catch up, it was so easy to sort of keep up with players.
Now it's grown.
It's completely mental now. So I'll need to update a few boys to where they are actually at. But it's crazy, mate, how much the catch up has grown over like the last 2 years. Like, it was so easy, as I say, to sort of keep track of everyone, but now it's just it's difficult.
Like I was saying, I've been really enjoying it. Like, obviously, been watching Open Goal as well. I love my football podcast, so it's been good just keeping up with the football and that. I've been loving it.
The good thing about this, to be honest with you, mate, is like we're getting a different sort of group of boys on from different backgrounds, from different clubs, talking about different things. And if they're not players, then we're speaking to different gaffers or people involved in football from different backgrounds and stuff like that. So it's not too bad. Well, cheers for coming on, Craig. I really appreciate it.
I know. Thanks for having me on. I enjoyed it.
Brilliant, mate. And obviously, if anything happens and whatnot, we'll have you on again. And good luck in the future, mate.
Thanks, and I'd love to be back on soon.